Hey, welcome back, Craps Crusaders. I have a really simple video for you today, but it can come in really handy at times at the tables, particularly if you find yourself at a higher minimum table than your bankroll really allows for. This is a way that you can increase your bankroll, and once that happens, you can switch up your strategy if you'd like to whatever. So anyway, stick around. I'll show you how it works. Thanks. Like and subscribe. Okay, let's call this Craps video getting out of the gate. So here's a possible way you might use to get out of the gate, particularly if you're at a table under bankrolled. So let's say the scenario is we're at a $25 table minimum and we only have $250. First of all, you really might consider just not playing at that table. That's not much bankroll for a $25 minimum table. But anyways, let's say you're going to go for it. But you want to give yourself a chance. You want to have a chance to walk away a winner. And this gives you pretty good opportunity to build your bankroll. And once you do that, then you can switch over to whatever strategy you might want to play. But for starters, I might recommend doing it this way. What we're going to do is we're going to utilize the don't pass. You could also use the DC if you wanted. So we are going to place $50 on the don't pass, hopefully survive the come out roll. Let's say the point is 6. So now obviously we're looking for a 7 before a 6 is rolled. If a 7 is rolled, it's going to pay us $50, even money. What we're going to do is go ahead and rack one of those green chips. So now we're only in for $25 of our initial investment. And then we're going to press our don't pass up to 75. Again, we need to survive the come out roll. Let's say the new point's a 5. If we can get one more 7 rolled before the point is hit, it's going to pay us 75. At this point, what I would do is just go ahead and take everything down. Let's add it up real quick. Remember, we started with 50 and we had 2 7-outs, just 2. And we've got $125 more than we had just a little bit ago. So let's say all that goes into our rack and we start with our second $50 bullet, of which we have 5 apparently, because we started with $250. And then after we go through our stack, we can reassess what's going on. So anyways, let's go ahead and try running through that. Get rid of that 125. Let's make sure. Okay, so there's $250. And let's just try that and see how it goes. So we got $50 on the don't pass. Remember, if you wanted to, you could wait for a point to be established and do the same thing, but just do it through the DC if you don't want to attract as much attention to yourself playing the don't pass. So anyways, here we go. There's a 6, a hard 6. We'd prefer it if on the come out rolls if a lot of 4 or 10s were rolled, but still, we survived the come out roll. 7's the most common number. That's what we're looking for now. That's an 8, hard 8. 3, craps 3. Another 8, another hard 8, by the way. And a 5, 4, 1, 5. And we hit the point. That's a 6, that's a 5, 1. All right, so our first $50 bullet goes away. Try again. There's a 5, a little better come out roll. 9, 5, 4, 9. There's our first 7 out, so that's going to pay 50. We're going to throw one of those in our rack and take our don't pass up to 75. There we go, look at that. There's a craps 2, pays 75. When that happens, you have a choice. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a full press? Do you want to do a semi-press and rack some of it? That's up to you. But the hitting a 2 or a 3 on the come out roll is just bonus. I mean, you shouldn't count on that happening. So anyways, what I think I'm going to do is treat it just like any other win. That was our second win, our second time we collected from the don't pass. So I'm just going to go ahead and rack it and do our next bullet for $50. But you can already see all the different choices you could make depending how you want to play it. All right, so the new point is 6. We've got another $50 on the don't pass. There's a 7. So that's going to pay 50. We'll rack half of that and take our don't pass up to 75. And we're looking for to duplicate that just one more time. There's another 6, a little deja vu here. And 4, easy 4. 8, 5, 3, 8. There's another 7 out. All right, so we've got 75 out there, so that's going to pay 75. Going to go ahead and rack it all and start with another $50 in the don't pass. And there's a 7 when we don't want it, so we're going to lose that $50 bullet. Just go ahead and replace it. Here's an 8, a hard 8. 4, easy 4. It's a craps 3. And a 7. So that's going to pay 50. We're going to rack one of them. And we've got a $75 don't pass. See if we can make something happen. That's a 6, hard 6. And a 7 out. So that's going to pay 75. There's the 75. And I mean, you can just tell we got a lot more than we started with. So there's the 200, there's the 250, our initial 250. And we've got another 275 now to play with. You could switch up your strategy. You could stay with what we were doing. Doesn't seem too bad. But anyways, that gives you a legitimate chance of turning a smaller bankroll into a larger bankroll to do something with at a $25 table. So hopefully that's something you might try sometime if the opportunity presents itself or is needed. Thanks for watching. I'll keep them coming. Thanks.